Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing another Starcraft 2 replay between Grubby and this is Leslie from the MYM team. So I don't know why Grubby is called Grubby, but he apparently is not a member of another team or something like that, or it's not the real one. I don't know. But yeah, Grubby is of course one of the more famous players from Warcraft 3. He used to be very good, and he switched to Starcraft, which is cool because yeah, we can use some new blood in the Starcraft pool, obviously. Well, he switched a while back because, well, now he's a very good Starcraft 2 player. So very cool. And we are going to see a pretty standard opening from both of them. Pylon coming out, and of course, well, the Overlord coming out, the new drones being produced. Yeah, pretty much the same thing as always. Sorry, I got a little distracted there by the chat, and I really just shouldn't pay attention to that at all. But it's all good. So we have the gateway coming out. The gateway is rallied, of course, to the entrance because he's hoping that, well, once the first zealot comes out, that it can actually block the ramp against an incoming scout. But, well, the Overlord is going to scout no problem. So we actually have rich minerals on this map. We don't see those a lot anymore. So rich minerals are considered to be a little bit overpowered, no matter where you place them, even if you place them in perfectly symmetrical positions. They seem to be considered overpowered for the reason that some races can actually use the minerals better than others. And obviously, for example, Zerg expands more, and therefore it gets an easier way to get those minerals than, well, the rest. But anyhow. Yeah, we are just continuing on with kind of the standard thing to do. Which is just to build some Zerglings and, well, for the rest do nothing. And on the other side we are going to maybe produce the Zealot, not even that. Just going straight into the Cybernetics core, produce some sentries and then some Stalkers and go from there. So anyhow, we have a pylon coming up, or well, already up over here. I don't know why he put it all the way in the back of his base. Normally we see places like this being taken because of the warding. Well, you get kind of a preemptive warning when something is coming in, and it's just a little bit sooner than you would otherwise have, and you can prevent drops and such. Or against the Zerg, I guess you can prevent the Nidus Worm from coming in, and we do have a pylon coming in the front now. Yeah, it requires so many shots from a mothership core. Only 8 damage. But killing Zerglings with a mothership core really takes a long time. And yeah, he's going to chase out the Zerglings though. There you go. So the pylon is up. He's going to probably defend his his front now. And there you go. So there may actually be a little bit of a gap. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, there is a little bit of a gap on the side. Okay. I thought it might be over here, but it's actually on the side. So it's pretty easy to defend that. And yeah, he is going to produce some sentries, as I said, and just defend the base with that. Obviously, the Stalkers will come out a little bit later, but we're not there yet. What was it by Planet S? Okay, sure. Planet S, and we are going to go up top, and I'm not actually sure what his plan is here. Yeah, we'll see. I guess he's planning to warp in some stuff, but yeah, the front is pretty much held off with this one sentry. The Zerglings really cannot break that at this point because they will die if they go up against the sentry. And if too many of them come, he is just going to put down one of the force fields and be safe that way. And obviously, with the warp gates up, he can warp in wherever he wants. The Zerglings are going to find this pylon though, And they may actually just snipe it. I'm not actually sure. But a few units coming in. This is not going to be a very effective attack. But if he can pick off like one queen, yeah, and he does, that is already worth it. And he's going to get a second queen for free because she gets stuck on this force field, completely surrounded. And man, this is going to actually pay off for him. Even though, yeah, he's now going to lose his zealots, obviously. Not a whole lot he can do against that. And might actually pick off another queen here. But we'll see about that. No, the queen is safe for now. It is, however, still getting chased by these zealots. And the mothership core is going to make it out of there. It is pretty low on health and it should really just back off. But yeah, the queen stays alive. The third queen, that is. And therefore, yeah, it's a bit of a trait, I guess. It's not really... I can't really say whether it's worth it or not, because, well, money-wise, if you look here, 150 minerals for a queen, sure. So he picked up 300 minerals and he invested something like 400 or 500, assuming this mothership core is going to count as full. Yeah, so there it's not really worth it, but you can actually produce a whole lot of workers with the larvae you spawn with your queens. So by killing 2 queens, he reduces the amount of of respawns. He reduces the amount of larvae, and with the amount of larvae, he reduces the amount of drones that are out. So even though it's not worth it, just straight up mineral wise, it may actually be worth it just, well, because of those secondary effects. Anyhow, the queen is going to go down here. No, he's going to have to lift it once again. And there it goes. And we are going to get out of here, pick off some overlords while we are here, because why not? Might as well pick off another queen. The queens are going to, not do anything against this, obviously. But the spore crawlers are... There is a spore crawler over here as well, and probably in the main base as well. There it is. So yeah, you can't lift up spore crawlers. So obviously that is going to be good enough. And these phoenixes are not going to be able to do anything else anymore. They may actually pick off a few overlords that are stranded somewhere on the map. But in general, it's going to be really hard to do anything because, well, he can take damage to the shield every time, but if he goes forward and tries to pick off a queen, that's going to take too long. So he's going to really have to be careful about what he attacks. But it seems he found a little bit of a gap, and of course, with the amount of damage he does to overlords as well as workers, yeah, that is a pretty easy fight. But for the rest, yeah, the queens, as I said, and the roaches, they're going to be more of a problem. Plus, there are so many roaches out. Obviously, we saw some roaches running around, but so many of them out. He's going to attempt to break this now. But we do have immortals, and we do have very nice force fields here. And that is going to trap about half the army away from the rest. Well, he split it in threes, but the army is going to regroup because the force fields don't last forever. And he doesn't have an infinite amount of them. So yeah, this is not going very well. And it seems that Grubby is going to lose his entire base to these roaches because he has nothing to defend anymore. Just completely out of units to defend. A few zealots warped in, but they are not going to work very well against the roaches. Well, they can't do anything against the roaches, because the roaches can just out-micro them. And the only thing he still has is this legion of phoenixes. And the phoenixes are going to be able to pick them up one by one, but it's going to take quite a while to actually get all of these guys. And are they out of... They're out of energy, okay. So, yeah, the roaches are all going to go down eventually, but so many units were lost. that yeah, this next wave is going to do it, I have to feel. The mothership core is falling back to the base actually, and yeah, at this point, yeah, the roaches have burrowed and they're just waiting for the reinforcements. The reinforcements are coming in. He's just producing at full speed here. Built a fort base here, but it's not up yet. Once these roaches come in, these roaches are going to unburrow, and once they unburrow, pretty much over. Even though, well, we are of course trying to get some photon cannons up and maybe some extra units, but yeah, it's going to be hard to do this at all. I don't know. Oh, he got the detection from this photon cannon. Okay, interesting. The one roach sitting over here, not really doing a whole lot, but well, it is still getting things done. It seems he picked off. Hang on, when did he pick that off? Oh, with what? I guess he dropped in something, or I don't know. I really didn't pay attention to that because, well, there wasn't a whole lot to pay attention to. But the hatchery got cancelled and therefore it has to be rebuilt now. New hatchery coming up is not the main part of this. Yeah, this photon cannon goes down and that means the end of all static defense on this base. So, and with the Colossi, he's not going to do a good job against these roaches. Obviously, the Stalkers are going to do a good job because they do extra damage. But then again, these guys also do extra damage. So, hang on, they don't do extra damage. Oh, no. I'm totally confused with another unit, apparently. No, roaches don't do extra damage, so Stalkers are awesome. And obviously, Immortals are awesome as well. But yeah, he finally gives up. There are too many roaches. He just had free reign on the production. And because of these phoenixes, he kind of had an early game, well, a good way to defeat the Zerg early game, but the Zerg just went out of control. He just produced so many units all of a sudden, and well, you can pretty much see what happened in the units killed. He has 136 units that he killed, and most of them were roaches, and only 50 lost. But yeah, those are all expensive units, like the Colossi and the Immortals and things like that. So yeah, all in all, very well played by the Zerg player, just out-farmed him, and yeah, there's nothing else you can do about that. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.